So I grew up in India, loved a lot of things, but science and math was very much a part of my life. So I had the choice of either going to engineering school or medical school coming out of high school. I chose engineering. I was one of two women in my entire undergraduate class. It was really driven by my mom. She was the big force behind pushing me to try things that I hadn't tried before, and the fact that it was an unconventional choice really didn't bother either of my parents all that much. I went to get my master's at Washington State. This was my first flight, by the way. I'd never been on an airplane, and I hadn't realized how rural America could be and how green and how big cities weren't the only places where people lived. My friends in graduate school, they were starting up this whole new effort in my research area, but now as a commercial product. I remember, well, I met my husband there, so that was another terrific plus. That took me to academics after a decade away in industry. My thinking then was I was going to spend my time doing research. I mean, that's the reason I came back, research and teaching. But then I thought maybe, the larger educational institution would be an interesting place to try and make a mark. And that's what took me off on this journey. The thing that I keep thinking about is what it means to be a modern land grant. It's not simply that we bring our expertise to the table, which we do. I mean, there are really good people here at OSU. But there's a great deal of knowledge sitting in the communities themselves. I mean, they know what their needs are. They know what the economic picture is and what their economic needs are. And we need to be hearing back from them as we work with them to craft policies, to craft new research. For me, a two-way connection to our communities is in fact deeply important. Philanthropy funds so much of what goes on campus. That's important. But I will also tell you that the commitment and the emotional connection that our alums have and that the members of our community have with us is actually at least as important, because we are a public university. So being connected to our donors, to our alums, to our parents, to our citizens at large is what keeps us going. I am a rabid fan of pretty much anything. I love basketball, but I will root for OSU madly and loudly, and so don't sit next to me in any games. Oregon State is a phenomenal institution. Our oceans and coastlines are important, forestry is important, agriculture is important, engineering is important, and that's what we do, right? And so there are huge challenges in all of these areas, and we are absolutely set up to address them through education, through research, through community service, and that is a hugely attractive proposition. I mean, if I can help this happen, help us do this better, to truly deliver on our potential and our promise, I would say that's a life well spent.